Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take, really complex gear and turn the specs into actionable knowledge and fast. Today, we're deep diving into the DBX234SV stereo 23-way mono 4-way crossover from Harman. Think of it like a traffic cop for your sound system. Our mission is to figure out how this little box pulls off that perfect audio separation.
It really is a foundational piece of gear. A pro crossover, well, it's what makes sure your lows only go to your subs, your mids to your woofers, and so on. It's all about efficiency and protecting your drivers.
Yep.
This one comes in at around $320, and it's got a 2-year DBX warranty, which, shows they're serious.
Okay, let's unpack this. So let's start with the core tech. Why are the filters in this thing so critical for professional sound?
It all comes down to the Linkwitz-Riley 24 dB per octave filters, and that steep slope is the industry standard. The 24 dB slope gives you a much, much sharper cutoff between your frequency bands.
So less bleed between the speakers.
Exactly. It stops energy from spilling over where a driver just can't handle it. It keeps your high end from getting muddy and your woofers from distorting.
The sources also really highlight the build quality. They say it exudes precision, you get these solid click controls. But I do have a question about the connections. Why stick with 14 TRS inputs and outputs? I mean, instead of XLRs, doesn't that risk more noise in a full professional rack?
That's a great question and a common one. It mostly comes down to keeping the unit compact. And because the inputs and outputs are differentially balanced, you still get excellent noise rejection.
Ah, okay, so it's balanced. That's the key.
That's the key.
Yeah.
For most installs, the noise floor is basically negligible, so you get versatility and a small footprint.
Speaking of versatility, let's talk modes. It can run stereo 2-way or 3-way.
Or mono 4-way,
Yeah.
and the LEDs on the front make it super clear what you're doing. What's fascinating here is the sheer level of control in the front panel. Takes the phase reverse switch
Which is on all the outputs, right?
on all of them, which means you can fix acoustic phasing issues instantly. I mean, that can save your entire sound check right there.
That's a lifesaver. Okay, what else?
Then you have the 40 Hz high-pass filter. Some people call it a low cut. It's a slightly gentler 12 dB octave Butterworth filter, and it's just there to clean up any of that sub-low rumble, protects your drivers, and gives your amps more headroom.
And what about that little by 10 button?
The by 10 range switch. That is a game changer. It expands the crossover frequency range significantly. So your standard range of, say, 45 to 960 hertz suddenly becomes 450 hertz, all the way up to 9.6 kilohertz.
Wow. So that one switch lets the box handle almost any speaker configuration you could throw at it.
That's the idea. Installers love it. And we should also mention the LS sum switch. It sums the low frequency to a single mono output for a subwoofer. Pretty standard, but essential for even bass.
Okay, let's talk raw numbers for a second, the technical precision.
What's fascinating here is how the specs really scream transparency. We're talking a dynamic range of over 106 dB unweighted.
And what does that mean in practical terms for the listener?
It means the processor is invisible. You're hearing your music, not the noise from the gear itself. And the distortion. I mean, the THD plus noise is less than 0.0004% at plus 4 dBu. It just doesn't color the sound.
And to wrap up the features, it has all the official approvals, CSA, CE.
And TAA compliant. That's the big one. It means it's approved for government installations where sourcing really, really matters.
So what does this all mean? It means you're getting an incredibly flexible pro-grade tool. It's built around those Linkwitz-Riley filters to give you just surgical control over your frequencies in pretty much any system you can imagine.
Right. And this leaves you, the audio pro, with a final thought to consider. The DBX234SV gives you this incredible precision. But with that power comes, well, a responsibility. Think about it. The next time you're chasing down some weird phase cancellation, is it because the gear is failing? Or is it because a setting on a box this powerful was just one click off? This device demands you master the process to get the perfect result.